Hello friends and welcome back to Purus Java tutorials. In this session we are going to learn about arrays and how to use these arrays. So let's start with the basic definition of array. The basic definition of an array is it's a container which can hold the fixed number of elements of the same type. Earlier we have seen that if we want to declare a single roll number variable, let's say integer roll number, then I can declare like this. This holds a single roll number. Let's say in our case, we want to hold multiple roll numbers in the same variable. Then how we can hold it? We can make use of the arrays. So it will hold the multiple roll numbers which are of the same type and the size would be fixed. Let's delete this one. And this is how we can declare an array. And after that, we can allocate how many elements it can contain. And here I have defined it can contain only 5 elements. It cannot contain more than that. And these are the initialization values for this array elements. So let's see in the memory how these arrays are organized. So here I have defined a one-dimensional array and the values were 100, 101 up to it is 104. This is what I have given here. So it allocates the memory in a sequential manner. And each and every element will be having one index. So how we can get these array elements? By using the index. Suppose I want to get 100 means I want to fetch by the array name with the index 0. If I want to fetch 103, I need to use the index 3 like this. Let's go back to our program. So here I have accessed the 0th element like this and the index third element like this. And this two will print 100 and 103, these two. Alternatively, I can define the array directly in single statement. Instead of doing all this, I can define like this if I know already what are the elements I'm going to have in my application. Now let's come how we can loop through and print all the values of the array. So after this, we'll just run this program. So here I have taken a for loop and I should actually loop through index 0 up to the length -1. So what is the length of this array here? The length of the array is the count of elements here. So how many counts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 elements. So the length of the array is 5. That is why I'm starting with 0 and I should go up to 4, which is less than the 5. And then I++, and I'm here just printing those values. Let's run this program. Up to here, we'll just see the output. We'll just skip what are all this will come later. Let's run this. As you can see here, element at index 0, right here. Let's go back a little bit so that we'll just see the output of this also. So element at index 0 is, here it has printed 100 and the third index is 103. Now here in the loop, element at index, it should start from the 0th index and it should go up to the 4th index. So here it has printed in this selection, whatever I'm highlighting, it is printing all these element values. So this is actually a single dimensional array. We can have multi-dimensional array also, like 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, like that. So let's see how to define a multi-dimensional array here. I can define like this. Integer, here there are two brackets you need. So one is open square bracket and close square bracket. This is actually we have used in the single dimensional array, and we need one more pair to make it as a two-dimensional array. And here these are the elements. So you can say that this multi-dimensional array is a array of arrays. So here this is an array of one-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array consists of array of one-dimensional array. Here you can see this is one-dimensional array and this is one-dimensional array. So this consists of two one-dimensional array. Let's see how these are actually structured in tabular form. This one I have defined like this. So this is the tabular form where the 0 here, it can be called as row, and this also can be called as row. So the first row is 0th index. In each row we are defining one arrays, single dimensional arrays. So how we can access it? We can access it by using two indexes. Here this array element can be achieved by using the 0th row number and the 0th column number. Likewise, this element can be retrieved by using 0th row number and one column number. So like this, all these multi-dimensional arrays can be accessed by using this particular row and column format. Let's go back to IntelliJ. So here I have tried to get all the elements defined in this two-dimensional array. So in single dimensional array we have one loop. In two-dimensional array we should use two loops. One is for the row and one is for the column. So when this I becomes 0, we can access this first array elements. And when the I becomes 1, we will access this second array elements. And this particular j is the column representation. And I can access it by just using like this roll number and marks. I, then j I need to specify. So this two-dimensional array I have used to capture the roll number and the marks. So for the 100 roll number, how much marks he has secured? He has secured 750 marks. For 101, he has secured 650 marks. So in this way, you can print all the elements of this two-dimensional array. Now let's try to see for this roll number how much he has secured. So I can access this one as 0 0. So I have used here 0 0, and then and for the mark I have used 1 comma 0, this particular row column combination. Likewise, if I want to get for this roll number how much mark he has secured, I need to use the 0th row here and the second column or the second index here. And for printing 800, I need to say row number 1 and column is 2. This is what I have used. Let's see in the output here. So here by using the loop getting 2D array elements, here it is the output. So I'm printing all the elements inside this array. So here the selected section is the elements which are there in the two-dimensional array. Now let's come here and see for the roll number part. Roll number 100 secured 750 mark. Here this is coming as 100 and this particular value is coming as 750. Like that the second one also. Now let's assume that in our school there are multiple sections, and for that multiple sections we will have the roll numbers. Now how to define this in our Java program? We can make use of array here also. This is one section and this is one section. So there are two sections in this school, and I'm just printing that for the first section these are the roll number and this is the marks, and for the second section these are the roll numbers and these are the marks. So let's say I want to get what is the marks secured by this 202 roll number. So this three-dimensional array, let's see how it is structured and then we'll come to know what we should use. So this is a three-dimensional array. So three-dimensional array consists of multiple two-dimensional arrays. So this is one two-dimensional array and this is one two-dimensional array. So here I need to put 202. So how I can access this 202 element? I need to make use of the first element as 1. Then I need to go for the 0th row, and then I need to point to the second column. So I should use 3 numbers, 1, 2, and then 3 for getting this 202. For getting 830, what I should use? I should use 1 and then 1 here and then 2. So it will point to 830. That is what I have used here. So 202 roll number for the second section. This is the mark, and here I am getting the output. Second section roll number 202, mark is 830. Now let's discuss about some manipulation function which is provided by the arrays class. It is there in the java.util. You need to import this particular class before using. So let's start with copy of range. So this particular method, it copies some of the elements from the source array, and if you pass from where to where we need to copy, then it picks the elements from the source array and it returns a destination array where I would be getting the copied array from this particular source array. So I have passed the roll numbers as the array. So roll numbers is here 100 to 104. So I need to copy from the first index up to the length of 2. So how I can define the length? Here I have given 2 parameter as 3. That means this minus the from parameter will give us the length. So from the first index, I have to copy 2 elements. So if I'll copy from the first index and take 2 elements, it will become 101 and 102. Let's go back to this array definition. So from the first index, I'll copy 2 elements. So this one element, and second one is this one. So I will get 101 and 102. That is what this particular thing will print. So here I can see the copied array is, then the copied array I have printed. Let's go down here. Copied array is 101 and 102. Now let's see one more way of copying array, that is by using the system.arrayCopy method. So this system.arrayCopy, it takes the source array and the destination array where we need to copy. So I have defined one array with length 3, so that I will just extract 3 elements from this roll numbers and I will put into this copy to array. So how many elements I can put? I can put only 3 elements. The destination position, right? From where we need to start. So if it has 3 elements, so 0th index, 1 index and 2 index are there. So the elements are copied in the 0 index and first index and then second index up to length 3. So it will copy from the source position second. That means from the second position means, let's go back here. From the second position is this one. It will copy 3 elements. 1, this 100, 102, 103 and 104. It will copy and then it will put into this particular array. So this one will print 102, 103 and 104. Now let's come to one more method, that is the arrays.sort method. This sort method will print this particular arrays in a sorted format if they are not sorted. So here, as you can see, I have put the sorted order. Let's redefine this array as unsorted order. So I have just redefined those values to some unordered number. Now if I'll pass this unordered array to this particular method, I will get the sorted array. So here I will get the sorted array is 100, 101, 102. So likewise it will go up to 104. This is the sorted array. So in mathematics we have seen the matrix. So matrix can be easily represented by two-dimensional arrays. So I hope this is clear to you. If any doubts are there, please put your comments in the comment section. Also, I have put the source code in my GitHub repository, which is there in the description of the video. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned.